Hello and welcome back for another clarinet tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. Today I'm going to play this lovely piece that I found in the Grade 5 clarinet book for ABRSM, written by Joan Trimble, an Irish composer and pianist, and she's written this lovely piece called The Pool Among the Rushes. A very picturesque piece, quite demanding for Grade 5 I think. It's certainly one of the harder ones in the book, but a lovely piece nevertheless. And I've also included a tutorial with the video as well to show you how to make it sound really great. And also you can play along with the backing track yourself. And I have inserted some clicks into the backing track as well because it's quite difficult to play if just sort of left on its own. So more on that, and if you want the information on that, of course, do check out the description. All the timestamps are in there. Hope you enjoy the tutorial. Here we go. Okay, so you've heard the music. Let's say a few words about the detail of the music and what you need to do to make that sound really awesome. So let's talk about the opening first. I mean, this is it's a very atmospheric piece, isn't it? It's very beautiful all the way through. It's very scenic. So I think this first line of music, you've really got to set, not only have you got to set the tempo correctly, you've got to really just set the whole thing up, set the atmosphere up. And remember, of course, that your first two quavers you play on your own, so you really do set the tempo with those first two quavers. So just be careful that you don't play it too quick. Just really set the tempo carefully. So there isn't a lot of dynamics marked on that first line. It just says piano and there's a bit of kind of up and down in bar 3. But I think just naturally you've got to let that music kind of sing out as it rises up a little bit to that second complete bar up to the A and the B. I think it needs just a natural small amount of crescendo just to kind of make the whole thing sing out. So let's just have a go at a few different sort of rhythms with this tempo. It's quite slow, isn't it? So I'm going to set this to 46. So don't be fooled into thinking that, you know, these slower pieces are more easy because they're slower. If anything, it's the opposite. When you play pieces in a really slow tempo like this, that everything has to be spaced out so carefully. You know, you've got everything in here. There's crotchets, quavers, demi-semiquavers, sextuplet demi-semiquavers. There's a bit of everything in here. So to space it all out correctly in that slow beat is really challenging. Right, let's have a go at this. So the quavers really slow. Semiquavers. Oh, I'm a bit too quick already. It just takes a beat or two just to settle into that tempo, doesn't it? And then you can play some demi-semiquavers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at bar 9 first of all. So we start after the semiquaver. So really try and work that out. So we've got da-da-da-da-da-dum. So you've got to really aim for the D on the beat. So if I just play that passage with the click there, it would be... And then the next bit we start on the half beat. So we've got to really work out carefully where that half beat is. And again on the A there we've got a whole crotchet and a quaver. So again you're playing the demi-semiquavers on the half beat. So it'd be dum da 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 dum. So quite rhythmically complex. I think you've got to be really careful. Just don't play some of these passages. Don't just guess the speed of the notes. Really work it out mathematically, and practice it with a metronome. And it will. I think if you can get it accurate with the metronome, it will just take that sort of guesswork out of it. And it, you know, because unless you build up that stability in your performance, when it comes to playing it under a bit of pressure in the exam, the whole thing could fall apart very easily. So you really need to build up that groundwork very carefully. And you know, it might sound a bit, when you play it with a metronome, it sounds a bit mechanical, doesn't it? It doesn't sound as musical as you want to play it. But I think play it like that first, and then it will give you the stability to sort of play it in a musical way with the piano. Okay, I'm going to move on to bar 26. Now this I think is the crunch point. This is the really difficult bit to play. Certainly is with the backing track anyway, because you don't get any help on the piano here at all. So the piano does play on beat 1 at bar 26, but then it just kind of carries over that note. And then in bar 27, it kind of plays on the half beat, which doesn't help you out at all. So hence on the piano accompaniment, I have inserted clicks on the beat here to kind of help you out. But basically, oh yeah, and just be careful with the sextuplet semiquaver speed compared to the semiquavers that are in the next bar. So I'll show you that. So I'm landing on that B there on the beat, and then you back on, and then you back on the tune again. But that bit to fit with the piano is quite tricky, and even harder to fit with the backing track, because you end up kind of in no man's land there a bit. So I think to summarise, be sure of your own rhythm on this one. Make sure you've really worked all the rhythmic detail out. There isn't really much to hang on to on the piano part, so you've got to be just really confident with your own sense of pulse and how the music kind of mathematically works. And then once you've conquered all that, then you can work on sounding it really musical, making it sound really musical. Okay, so over to the play along section now with the accompaniment. Have a go at playing along with the accompaniment yourself. I have inserted some clicks into this just to help you out a little bit. So there's a click at bar 16 on beat 3, just to show you where that F sharp should be placed there to help you out. and bar 19 on beat 3, there's a click there. And then on bar 20 you don't need a click on beat 1 because the piano plays on beat 1 there. And then I've put a click on beat 2 and 3. And then hopefully that will help you just land on bar 21 with the piano at the right time. And then bar 26, again, piano plays on beat 1, so you don't need a click there, but I've inserted clicks every beat through that section until you get back on the tune, just to help you out. So I hope that makes it more feasible for you to play along with as a practice tool. So do have a go at playing along with that and see how you fare. Any questions, of course, pop those in the comments section. And of course, do check out my website. I do lessons here at home, and I also do lessons through Zoom. Anyway, best of luck for grade 5 if you're playing this one. Very challenging piece. I hope you get a super mark, but I'll see you on the next video. Bye.